for this evening, Corbin Lopez. Corbin J. Lopez is a Las Vegas native with a passion for directing, producing, writing, comedy, acting, and costume design. His journey with film started at 5 years old when he watched Star Wars with his grandma and decided, I want to do that. He's been hooked ever since. Corbin took theater classes throughout elementary and middle school, returning in college to teach and direct the same program he attended as a kid. Throughout middle school, Corbin absorbed as much information on filmmaking from YouTube and other online sources as he could, going on to study film and media at Northwest Career and Technical Academy during high school. During his time at UNLV, Corbin was an on-air personality for the campus radio station and serves as historian for CineFems, as well as working as a social media content creator for UNLV's involvement page. After graduating, Corbin will continue to chase his 5-year-old self's dream of being a filmmaker. Welcome, Corbin.
Hello. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out tonight, and thank you so much for the honor of being able to speak. I'm going to try to speak from the heart. I'm going to try to make you laugh a little bit, but if it's not funny, it's a dramatic monologue. It's a soliloquy, okay? And also, I heard some writing advice, or rather, I guess, a warning to everyone who isn't a writer, that from writer-producer Issa Rae, if you're friends with a writer, know that they are constantly mining your life for material. I say that to say, if any of my friends hear me steal their jokes, that's not on me. Talk to Issa Rae about it. Talk to Issa Rae about it. Also, I actually thought this was going to be on Zoom, so I almost showed up with just the top half of this outfit on and then pajama bottoms. So I'll introduce myself, aside from the bio that Dr. A had us write about ourselves in third person. My name is Corbin Lopez, a creative name Corbin J. Lopez. Please credit me as such, thank you. If you don't recognize me, you might have seen me last year with the long hair and the mask on. Actually, when I had the long hair, I had the bob and I dressed sharp, so from behind, people used to think I was Diana Eden. Shout out to Professor Eden, though, the people's princess, the true Princess Diana of the film department. Studied costume design under her, and by the way, that is costume design, as in costume designer, not wardrobe, not costumer. It's costume designer. Please credit us as such. Thank you. Another professor I wanted to spotlight, and it's not nerve-wracking that he's staring right at me in my face, is Keenan Diaz. It really can't be understated after 17 years of education to have an openly queer teacher. That means a lot. And now, just so you know, any women in film out there, I do play for both sides, so don't write me off just yet. Our cast and crew. One thing that I learned from Professor Diaz that has been really impactful to me on the page and in real life is we talked about how characters and therefore people are full of contradictions. And I've realized that, a lot about the people around me, about myself. It's been a painful journey. But honestly, I think the biggest thing that I took away from Professor Diaz is that if you just believe, anything can be queer cinema. I also want to give a special shout out to Dr. A. Let's clap it up for Dr. A. Dr. A, I really appreciate everything she does and the energy she brings to the department. I've never seen her without a smile on her face and a wave in her hand. And also, huge shout out to Crafty's Cafe up in FDH. Yeah, it's done more to combat food insecurity than our own government, so shout out to that. I'm really gonna miss FDH after I leave. The LED wall on the wall, the asbestos in the ceiling. It feels like home. It feels like home. I also definitely wanted to shout out Andy Isaacs. Let's clap it up for Andy Isaacs. Anyone who's in her class knows that you learn a lot. You learn a lot. Everything, literally. One of the big things that Professor Isaacs really emphasizes is this revolutionary idea of getting a job, right? So I was talking to my friends about that. This is when I start stealing their jokes, just I was talking to my friends about that, and one of my friends, Milo, said, I'm ready to enter the job market. I have some experience, and I'm ready to get manipulated. I said the same thing entering the dating market. Okay. Speaking of, one of my favorite film-isms, if you will, is the on-set romances. I love the random pairings. You got producer and DP, you got sound and actor, you have costume designer and BTS photographer, costume designer and set dresser, costume designer and second base. to mention some other graduating students. To start, some of the other graduates speaking tonight, Ace and Coco, clap it up for them. Also, Cole, wherever you're at, I've never met you before, but you're cool too. Shout out to Cole, shout out to Cole, boom. Shout out to you, nice to meet you. Ace and Coco, I appreciate both of you so much, both personally and professionally. Well, since we don't get paid on set yet, I guess personally and voluntarily. Next up, we definitely got to shout out Maciel Lara. Come on. She was up here like 4 times. There was like 5 awards given out. She was up here for 4 of them. Saw her production company intro on half the flicks at Spring Flicks. I mean, her drive, her determination, her talent. She's such a good friend. Maciel, if one of us makes it, it's you. Please don't forget about me. Please. Thank you. Next up, I want to shout out Cindy Reedus. Where's Cindy at? Cindy. The Shakespeare of the film department, okay? Truly, Cindy, I cannot wait to see what other worlds you create on the page. Next up, Jackie Perry. Clap it up for Jackie Perry. There she is, yes. A bomb director, writer, photographer, producer, a fashion killer. Please leave something for the rest of us. Something. But seriously, Jackie, I'm so excited to see the way you shake the world. Seriously. I love you. Now, I couldn't speak tonight and not also mention Clarence Gilliard, who always found a way to make small things big, and I know I'm not the only one in here tonight who is their entire perspective and feelings towards acting completely changed due to him. Once we were going over a monologue from Henry V, and now Adam Paul, where you at? Don't clutch your pearls on this one, okay? I refer to Shakespearean dialogue as dated. And Clarence explained how what I had actually meant was classic, which was true. That's what I meant. We miss you, Mr. C. I also wanted to share really quick some of the biggest lessons that I've learned while in film school. For one, prep. 2, don't forget room tone. Don't forget room tone, yes. One of my friends actually got room tone tattooed on her hand. And still forgets. She still forgets. But I really do appreciate how well film people know to hold for sound. Boom, just like that. Boom, we killed it. A big lesson that I wish I would have learned earlier is just go do it. Go film something. But before you just go do it, prep. As an artist, encouragement and support from friends and family is completely invaluable. Like all my squad over here, shout out to you guys. Anyone who's ever shared a laugh with me in class, you don't know how much I've needed it. It's not like as artists we have an easy laid out path ahead of us. It's not like we get a career fair or anything like that. So that emotional support is completely invaluable. I've been lucky enough, Dr. A kind of mentioned it in the bio I wrote about myself, that I've had family support from the beginning, and that's made all the difference. From my grandma, who I watched Star Wars when I was 5 years old and somehow realized I want to do that, to my dad, who would always tell me it's not if, but when. That changed my life. And my mama, who's in the audience tonight, who sometimes she believes in me more than I believe in my own self. I also wanted to shout out my little cousin Cameron. He passed away before he was able to finish high school, so I'm getting this degree for us, and I hope I'm making you proud. And please everybody, wear your seatbelts, seriously. All right, I also wrote here, if I start going over, I'm sorry. And if you're thinking, oh wow, he's running over, we could have chopped half a minute before, I was trying to create the authentic student set experience, you know? So this is the martini paragraph of the script. Okay, we're wrapping it up. I'll leave you all off with some words that I think I kind of need to hear myself too. You got this. Being a part of this community has been such an unforgettable experience, and being around people with such immense talent, drive, and who know how to really push the edge of the envelope, I can't wait to see what the industry looks like once we're all up in it, okay? Hollywood is not ready. I'll finish off with a quote from my little cousin's college entry essay, and that's that the future could go anywhere. UNLV Film Forever, thank you guys so much.